just watched like 3 vlogs, and it came up on my search thing, and so strange. Um, this strange guy with glasses on YouTube uh, is is doing this homeless vlog, and he's in like Ohio or something. And hello, and he's in this little car. I mean, it's a real nice looking little car, and he's in like snow, and in a Walmart parking lot, I guess. And it was just like I missed the comment. Um, like I don't know. He talks really, really fast, like he's on a huge amount of coke. Okay, it is just really strange, and he seems like a nice guy. Um, he also did a review on a heated type blanket. It was really strange. I watched about 3 of his vlogs. And then I was looking up his description and stuff, and then I went to go look at his playlist. And I had made a comment on this vlog of him in the snow in this car, buried in the snow. Um, he's got a super duper expensive battery pack. I, it just said homeless. It came up on my feed or whatever it is on YouTube, and so I decided to watch it because he looked like a nice guy in the picture and everything, and just plain geeky looking dude. Um, and it was just really strange. He uh he does this review, and then he writes down stuff in the description box about, I'm gonna review this, but and basically it was really an unboxing, and he bought some car blanket, and he just kept saying it was no good, no good, it was junk, wasted money. And then it said on there, I'll do another vlog about it to give you a total account of it or something. But it kept saying through the vlog it was junk. Even on his introductory comment that it was junk. And it was just really strange. Man, this guy got some kind of engine, I guess. And so, it was hard to believe. He was saying, well, I guess it's not freezing because my Coke didn't freeze. Well, it doesn't take a mental midget to figure out that a Coke is entirely different than just water. Okay? Really, it is entirely different than water. Um, and it was in a plastic bottle on top of it. But and then the car is going to be 7 degrees warmer, 5 to 7 degrees warmer than the outside. Don't ever think it's going to be cooler, because it's not. In the summertime or anything like that. And um, I mean, in 21-degree weather, I have thermometers all over the car. I have one in the front, one in the back, that I keep right in front of my face, and I look at weather report before I even go to sleep. I'd have to set alarm to be up a certain time and everything, especially in the hot months. It gets it to be like a serious science. You got to have cross ventilation. You really do, because you're going to have somebody pull up next to you that's smoking weed or doing meth or something, or just park next to you and running their exhaust while they're playing on the phone. And I mean, you don't need to be breathing that stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of science to it. But I had some creep pull up next to me at the Starbucks parking lot, and I had the window cracked about 2 inches, and I had just got out of the shower at the gym, and I was, watching this weird guy's vlog, and this guy pulled up. Yeah, I do. Watch what I tell you. You never believe this. It was just really strange. And so, anyway, this guy, creepy dude, pulled up in a car that's just rattling like a bunch of tin cans in a hefty bag. And he holds up $1 and he says, hey. Well, I wasn't rolling down the window. I don't know this dude. And he's like, hey, uh, can I get $1? And I was sitting there on an empty gas tank, okay, basically on walk. Was hoping to make sure that I could get to a gas station. And I do not like running my car that low. I've run it that low. This will be the third time, because you suck all the trash up from the tank in there, man. It's just not good. But hopefully I'll be paid tomorrow by both jobs, and my stuff doesn't get screwballed up. And I got some more stuff to tell you about my work. But anyway, so I'm watching this guy's walk, and it's really strange. Then I go to the next vlog, and he's like, okay, so it's an igloo. And it was just like he was trying to make a comedy out of the whole thing. And so he's somewhere like in Ohio or something like that. The car is completely covered with snow. He's in like a Walmart parking lot, I guess. And parked way out to one end where nobody's around or anything. And he was like, going on about his electric blanket and what a lifesaver it was and all. I'm like, whoa. How is it that the previous vlog was his review of using an electric blanket in a car, and then the next vlog, is like how great it is when he said it was a piece of crap, and so anyway, it was just real strange. And I had made a comment on there, it was something like, the sad thing is, most people don't care and they'll make fun of you. And, I work 2 jobs and I'm homeless in my car. And it's the worst life you'll ever live. And so I guess about 15 minutes later, he puts a comment on there. And he puts on there, laugh a lot, rest in peace, R.I.P. And first of all, I don't think that's funny. Why would you say something like that? I mean, it just right off the top, it's like it tells me his channel is a joke. That he's just preying on subs, which he has like 60 or 70K subs. And I'm like, man, how does he have that many subs? This guy's such a goofball. I mean, he is going 200 miles an hour. And people are commenting, you shouldn't talk so fast. I can't follow you. And, it's real strange. And he says, okay, I'm driving to my brother's house. And that's like 15 hours away or something. So, and it's like, why is this guy homeless in his car if he's driving to his brother's house? You know, um, I guess he really pissed some folks off. You know, if his brother won't take him, or maybe his brother's offering him a place. Well, it didn't appear that his brother was offering him a place at all. But the guy's going, okay, so I have to go pick up my mail at my brother's house. And this guy must have had, 60 envelopes, two big boxes that subs had sent him as a gift of food and stuff. It was just like really strange. So first of all, if you got subs sending you mail, you don't send it to your brother's house because they're going to show up there. you know, not a cool idea. And most YouTubers just get a PO box and stuff. I mean, it's just like if you're selling on the internet, you just get a PO box. You don't ever put that to your house, or they're going to show up there. So it was just really strange. His story of how he ended up. He did one vlog that's like how I ended up homeless in my car or something. And he was like, so I bought this car, and then I had it wrapped, and it was real pretty, and a real pretty pearl blue. And then he says, and then I tinted the windows all black. Well, first of all, that's not a real bright idea. It's illegal in so many states to put limo tint on like that. And the only one you kind of get away with it is in Florida, because that's a big thing, like in Miami and that. Just all the cars have that limo tint on them. And I mean, where I've lived in the South, if somebody's got limo tint on their windows, they're drugs. It's just it. I mean, if it's not a limo, it doesn't need limo tint. You know what I mean? But he was like, I limo tinted, tinted all the windows and they're pitch black. And he's like, so people can't see in the car. And it's like, well, there's your first problem, because the police are going to be chasing you all around. And then, he bought this high dollar. It's a fake Jackery. It's gray and orange, just like a Jackery, but it's a fake. It was called like Ono or something. And I mean, a huge one. It was probably a 1000 battery. And you got to be careful, charging the battery in the car all the time, because it'll wear your battery to your car out. They do not like them. Really, they don't. But he works online. Walmart has a store brand independent battery, like a Jackery. I've never seen it. And I've looked for like 3 years. But yeah, so he's got this high dollar independent battery. It's like a Jackery. And I'm like, man, this guy's got money. He buys this car and he puts a wrap on it. You know how much it costs to wrap a car? It's not cheap. And I don't know if they have that brand of big batteries. That one is Walmart. It's not a car battery. It's a like a Jackery. And you it's onboard power, so you can you plug it into an outlet and charge it up, or you can, plug it to your car and charge it while you're driving, kind of thing. And it's for you to be able to, have power, and charge your phone. Uh, you don't ever want to be with a dead phone boondocking in the car or broke down. Yeah, and like my new phone that I had got, man, it takes forever to charge it because it's got such a big battery in it. But yeah, so he's got this huge battery, little bitty car, limo tint, black windows, brand new wrap on it, and it's like, gosh, this guy's got money. Why is he homeless in the car? And he's like, I spent $4,000 to buy the car, and it's like, I mean, if you had $4,000 to buy the car, why not just get a cheaper car and get a place to live? Or at least hotel by the week or something. And he claims he works online every day. He's remote. He has a remote job of some sort. And then he drives like all the time. He's like constantly using gas. So, I don't know, maybe he's an insurance, assessor guy or something. I've known people that did that, from their car. But anyway, so he's just odd, okay? But I'm telling you, he talks a million miles an hour. So, I'm trying to piece all this crap together. And I'm like not getting it, And he sleeps in the car with no windows cracked. Some people made comments about that, why are you sleeping in the car without, ventilation? And then he was like talking in the vlog going, the good thing about when it's cold is you just got to breathe on the windows and stuff, and it fogs up the windows and nobody can see in. I mean, if they put damn limo tint all over this sucker, I mean, what are you worried about people seeing in? Because at night, that limo tint is really black. So, I don't know. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And especially when he responded to my comment like he did, it was like, wow, what a jerk. It just tells me the whole channel's fake, and he's just doing it for entertainment purposes, and he's just, getting tips and gifts sent to him by people that are concerned to help him, and he's just, scamming a bunch of people on some fake deal. Well, I go to look at the playlist, and his playlist is nothing but how to live on a $100 bill in Turkey, how to live on a $100 bill in France, how to live on $100. There's just a ton of vlogs that are how to live on a $100 bill in some place. And that's real cute, but then all of a sudden, he's homeless. And I mean, it just, the way he answers people's comments and stuff, it's just like it's a big joke to him. And I just didn't think it was very nice, It really sounds like it's just a big joke scam that he's just doing it just to do it. It's like, who was it? There's a car guy, and he's real young. He's building a house right now, and I think it's out in Ohio. And he has, like 5 or 6 super expensive cars. He's got a Bugatti that's pink. I think it's pink and silver or pink and white. It's real cute. But he's got all these high dollar cars, and he's a really funny character. And then he did an interview with another YouTuber guy. And the guy titles the vlog Homeless multi-millionaire or something. And they're talking about, the guy's interviewing him, and he's like, so you were homeless to begin with, and da 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 da. And he's like, oh yeah, da da. And it's like, so, I lived in my car for a month, and then I moved back in with my parents. It's like, dude, you're not even homeless. You're a freaking baby on vacation. You know what I mean? And he was like, what did he say? He was in California doing that, and then he uh, he said he was like parking all over the place, in a different place every night, like in front of people's houses and all this stuff. He said, yeah, it was pretty safe. I just, go down the street and then just park in front of somebody's house. Nobody's going to say anything. Well, yeah, they will. That's just creepy. If somebody parks in front of your house and doesn't get out of the car, and you saw that, that would creep you out. That would truly creep you out. You'd think somebody was staking your house out or something. But yeah, so that was totally, like, it was such a clickbait title. And, you could have said, well, I kind of roughed it for a little bit. I kind of stayed in my car for like a month. But in no way was this joker homeless. And I mean, I just don't know about some of these YouTubers. It's just the craziest silliness I've ever heard of. But insult my intelligence and the other people that I know that are real homeless. Um, and the ones that try. They're trying to make an effort. Like I heard a lady at a Walmart where they got a crap load of boondockers. And I heard her on break talking to the other employees. And because they're all gathered in this one spot. And she says, well, the only reason they just live here forever is because they won't go to work. And it's actually true about a few of them. Whether they're homeless with no car, no bicycle, or a bicycle or a car. I do know some that it's just they really don't want to work. And they will, like work 1 or 2 or 3 days, a month. And that's like it. I know this one guy, it is so strange. He's like, well, I don't want to make more than $12,000 a year. And I'm like, well, I mean, are you on like welfare or, Social Security disability or something? He's like, no. And who can live on that? Oh my gosh. But he goes and gets free food all the time. And he gets ice twice a day for his ice chest in his vehicle. He stays at Walmart at night and then has to park in the same place all the time, that's your first mistake, because I got a friend of mine that used to do that at Destin Walmart for 3 months. He was a primo carpenter and he stayed in his truck. But he parked in the same exact place every single night for 3 months. And then the sheriffs pulled up one night and they said, you have to go. And he was like, why? It's free parking. And they were like, because, you've lived here for 3 months and you're out of here, And so he got thrown out of Walmart Destin parking lot. And so, that's your first mistake, And you don't own the parking lot. And no, it's not free, it's private property. And you have to respect it, But yeah, and but this other cat that I know, he told me one day, he said, well, I own property. And it was like in another state, like in Colorado or something. And he said, it's real nice. I got this many acres and it's like, Rocky Mountain type country. It's really nice. And I'm like, so, I mean, why don't you go there? if you own the property. And he says, well, no. And I said, well, then why don't you just sell it so you can get a place to live? You know, I'm sure you'll get a ton of money out of it right now. Oh no, I'm not going to sell it. And it's like, I mean, I don't get that. Then he's telling me, well, I'm disabled this and disabled that kind of thing, military and my back and all this stuff. And I said, well, the government's not paying you. Well, no, it takes a huge amount of paperwork to get all that done. And I said, I know, you know, um, I got a brother that's, disabled vet, and it took him a huge amount of paperwork, and he gets his money, and then he's helped like 5 other people do their paperwork, and it takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months, for some of them, to get it all done, or you have to hire a lawyer and do it. But I mean, you just do it. And this guy has lived at Walmart. Let's see. He's lived at Walmart for, I think he said like 3 years, so be going on 4 years. Why? Why do you want to live at Walmart for 4 years and not hardly work? He was working doing car detailing. He's actually the one that turned me on to the car detailing thing at the airport. And he's supposed to be the most loved and wonderful employee and all this crap. And he was going to work like every single day for the longest time, and then he would take like Sundays off, and then he said he got mad at the job stack. He was done with them, and he was going to apply direct for the job at the airport, which of course they're going to pay you more if you work for them direct than to go on a job stack, because job stack's a headhunter and they make their cut. That's why your pay is so crappy, because the employer is going to pay $14 an hour supposedly, and then the person that signs onto it gets $9 or $10 an hour, and that other percentage per hour goes to the employment agency. I mean, you don't think they do that crap for free, and you get daily pay and all that kind of junk. They don't do it for free. It's a service. But yeah, so I couldn't believe when the guy said, I don't want to make more than like 12,000 a year. I'm like, 12,000 a year. I mean, you couldn't even rent a place for that. That's insane. I mean, you couldn't even rent a hotel by the week for that. And you still gotta eat, but I mean, he gets all his food free. And then he'll turn around and go to the church and take showers all the time for free, but he doesn't go to that church. And then he'll turn around and when the church has their used stuff sales and all that, instead of go there, he will go shop at Goodwill. And I'm like, you don't even attend their church. I mean, you'll shop at Goodwill instead of with them. I mean, why? You had free showers from the place for almost 4 years. Why not give back? Craziest stuff I've ever heard. But again, there are some people that look at. Wow, we're gonna use the bathroom at the gas station. Interesting. But yeah, so anyway, uh, it just blows my mind, because some people are messed up. I mean, you will talk to some of these homeless people that are on the streets and filthy dirty, and they have nothing, and they're super kooky for whatever reason, whether they're former vet of Agent Orange, or they're just an alcoholic or a druggie or whatever they are, or just brain damaged, or they couldn't take the pressure and they failed. and they're just like that now because they were homeless and it was too much shock for the body. Um, I don't know, but there are some very unbalanced folks. It's real sad, and I don't even know if they could work. You know, they'd just be like wandering Jews. It's so sad, and so uh, you know, it's I don't know, but there's no reason to be a fake homeless person, not in the world. It is the worst life you'll ever live. Trust me. It is not fun. It is horrible. It is scary. It's very expensive to be homeless in your car. Um, and, I mean, there's no big savings or anything like that. Trust me. Gas and having to try to get stuff to eat instead of being able to cook something, and put it in the fridge, to use running water. Um, I mean, there's just so much. Fuel is huge. Um, the heat and the cold. I mean, they got a girl that just died. That was like 21 or 22 that got caught in a snowstorm and something wrong with her car or something, and was on the side of the road for 2 days. They couldn't get to her, and died in her car. She was on Facebook, and a guy finally found her to locate her because they had trouble finding her, which she probably had like a white car in white snow. You know, it's just like having a black car at night and they can't find your car. You know, if you break down because it's in darkness. Um, Black cars are horrible because they just are horrible with the heat, and they stay so darn dirty. I've had, let's see, one black car. Yeah, I guess I've had one black car total in my whole life, and it was just a horrible thing. I mean, they're real pretty, well waxed up, but they don't stay clean. Every little spot on there, they're just pain in the butt, and they're just too hot in the heat. But anyway, so yeah, um, I mean, homeless is a rough way to go, and there's people homeless for a lot of different reasons. I mean, people don't normally want to be homeless or want to be, boondocking, nomad kind of thing. It's not something you want to do. It's a terrible, terrible life. Um, but I mean, I only know one person, okay, that had their own business, owned their own house, everything else, and they just kind of threw their hands up in the air and said, "I'm done," and got rid of it all and moved into their car. And they're really popular on YouTube, as a matter of fact. Um, and it's inspirational nomad. And I mean, I have watched his vlogs since day one. It was like, what are you doing? And I mean, he loved it. And he did it for like 5 years, and he absolutely loved it. And he built his YouTube channel, and he works remotely on the computer. Um, and he finally got a place to live, bought a place, because I told him, I said, you have the resources and you have the credit. It's party's over. Go get a place to live. It's all done now. You're a grown guy. There's no way to live. And and so finally he did. You know, and I imagine it's downsized compared to what he had before. Um, and maybe that's just better. You know, he had so much trouble leaving the car to go into a big RV, and that's parked in a park. But I'm gonna tell you, anything's better than living in a car. Okay, well, except for a storage unit. I wouldn't want to have to do that. Never had to do it, and hope I never do. But And I've known lots of people that live in storage units. But yeah, I just don't know. But if you guys run across this cat's channel, you will never believe it. I was so disappointed. Um, it's just like he's just fake, and uh, he's just feeding off of people, um, thinking he's really homeless. I mean, it's just, I guess, nothing more than a game. He's not very nice in his responses to comments. Super childish. Just really a jerk. And then, you know, uh, he's making money on it. He's got a huge following. This guy that's fake homeless, on YouTube. Man, you know, I just don't know. There was a girl a while back, real pretty girl. I mean, she decided to be homeless for whatever reason. Um, in an old SUV, and she had like two dogs. Really pretty girl, and she did her vlogs with like getting up in the morning and you know putting her face on and curling her hair and all this kind of stuff, and it's like it's pretty luxurious, and dressing real cute stuff and everything. And then next thing you know, she's building a toilet for the driver's seat of the car, you know, so that she can go to the bathroom while driving and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's gross. Man. Man. And then she ended up getting a place to live in Niagara Falls for like 400 a month for like, a 4-bedroom joint, you know? Yeah. One big flat. And Niagara is a real small little quaint town. It's real sweet. And it's over there, by New York. I mean, it's snows there. It's really cold. You know what I mean? But she decided to give up the nomad life. I mean, she hated it just like anybody else would. Trust me, it's not fun. It is absolutely not fun. But yeah, so I don't know. If you get a chance to look about on YouTube, you'll run across this guy, and it was just really disappointing. And I really think it's for entertainment purposes only. I don't think he's real in any kind of way. Um, I think it's real strange. But I mean, wow. I mean, even the title of his channel, it's like you're going, whoa, this is heavy. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. Um, anyway, I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll catch you in the next vlog. I love y'all.